give a description. And then we can add a picture here as well. So let's just grab that image and click OK. So I can create, like I say, a menu doing this, but I wanted to just show off the sort of quality of their food. So you can see that they've got carrot cake, and when they click into it, it gives them a description, a price, and then there's a description at the bottom here about what that item is. But for the purpose of what I was trying to do, it was just to create some easy on the eye aesthetics using the food gallery one, which just shows some images of food that has been prepared inside this particular cafe or restaurant. And when the user on the app clicks the image, they can see a nice picture of some food that they themselves could go out and get if they went to this cafe with a booking. So to do that, like I say, in the images one, let's go in and edit the food gallery, and let's get rid of set meal. So let's go back into food gallery. As I said, this is just an image feature that can be found inside of the media tab. So we can change the name of this just like we can with any other by clicking the pencil. So I've named this as food gallery. Now I have the ability to manage the content. So I've got the 8 images that I've added, or I can add content by clicking the plus symbol. We can either integrate with Flickr and pull images through from Flickr, or if we have particular images for this business, as in most cases you will, you just click the My Images button, give the gallery a name. So we're going to call this New Gallery, and then I'm going to click here to upload my images, and then click Browse. Now there are some limitations here as well. The maximum image size is 2000 pixels high and wide, and you're only allowed to upload JPG files and PNG files. Okay, so most of your images will be those, but that's just a limitation for this feature, that you can only upload those 2 file types. So we click on Browse, and here I have the food. So I'm going to highlight them all and add all of these images to my app. So I'm going to click on Open, and here you can see that it's added all of those images. Now I can give the image a title, and I can give the image a description here as well. And I can populate that in all the boxes with key information about this particular meal. And let's just add that in. Okay, so that's all those added. And now we can click on Save. Okay, so we now have this new gallery. So when the user clicks in to the food gallery, they're shown the default one, which is our food gallery. But then we've got the ability to get them to see our food, which is obviously the new gallery is the one that we're seeing. But our food is also still there, and you can have as many of these galleries in here as you want. And all the user has to do is click on the little dots in the corner to unlock a new gallery. And when we do open the image, as you can see, it has that particular image on there for us. So with all images, we recommend, like I say, don't try and upload them which are more than 2000 by 2000 because they'll be rejected, but keep them as a good resolution, but try to optimize the images as much as possible using services like tinypng.com or tinyjpg.com to compress the images, which means that they end up a smaller file size, and therefore they will load faster on the application as a result. So it gives your user a better user experience when things load quicker on their application. And that's it really for the image feature. So the other one then we've got is the My Account. Now you'll need this in place if you're using something like the loyalty card, because it needs an account to connect to, so the user will have to sign into their application using a username and password. Now the My Account one is just under memberships, so you can add that very, very easily, and there's nothing to set up here really. It just asks you, do you want to allow users to self-register? Do you want to allow users to log in via Facebook? That will need the API key configured for that. And then how do you want the design? Is it list or card? So list is where it will block everything off individually, and card will populate everything into one single block. And then we've got a commercial agreement, and then we've got a custom label here. So this is where you can add in, let's see if I go back to My Account. So I don't have anything set in here at the moment, but we've got the commercial agreement, which is the privacy policy, and then we've got this box here which says I'd like to hear about offers and services. So would you like to join our newsletter? We'll click on save, and let's update and preview that. And let's go back into my account, go to sign up. So you can see here it says, would you like to join our newsletter? And they can check that when they're viewing it. And then you have their consent then in-app to be able to add their details to your autoresponder. Okay, this is the manual way of doing it. You can direct them to a lead generation page using a link in a custom page, or a link actually using the links feature. It's entirely up to you, and you can automate that process entirely using a different method. But this is just one way that you can add them to this service as well. And I say there's nothing much more to configure in this section. Let's go back to features. And then what I have here is a custom page. So let me just open up this custom page here. So in this one, I've got some images of cakes at the top, and then I've got details of their infamous cakes lower down on the page. So this is just creating something really simple. Again, this information has come from their own website. So if I go to their coffee shop, I think it was this page, or one of the pages on here anyways, had details of all of their cakes. I think it was in the taster. There we go. So our infamous cakes, you can see all the details of the cakes that they create. We can use this text from here. So let's grab some of this from this section. So let's copy that text and let's go back into this custom page. Let's change the details here to our delicious cakes. Let's hit save. So we can rename that. And I'm going to add a text section. We're just going to add it by default at the bottom, but I'm just going to paste in that information, and then I'm going to move this text section at the top because I want this to be dominant on the page, the first thing that they see. So now if I hit save, and let's update and preview. So we've got this new section here now called Our Delicious Cakes. We've got this text at the top, and you can see if I scroll down here, we've got some images of the cakes, and then we've got some more text section here at the bottom to do with the cakes that they actually have in their kitchen. So again, you can populate this pretty much with anything that you want. There's lots of information on this particular site that I could use. We've got opening times if I wanted to include that. Then we could, put a really simple Monday to Friday sort of opening time, but a text on there. Really, really easy to do. Again, we could just do that using the custom page by adding something like text. And here we could add in opening times, and we just put Monday. Something like that. Let's just copy that. We could just obviously customize this then to make sure that it actually says the days. I don't know why I've done it that way around. That's supposed to be Thursday, not Tuesday. And then if we wanted to add in there again, we could just add Saturday and Sunday lower down if they're open on those days as well. So let's do that, and then we'll choose Sunday here. So on Saturdays they may be open till 12:30, and let's say Sundays they are rightfully closed. Okay, and let's just make sure that the opening times is more prominent. So let's change this from normal to, let's say, heading 2. Let's make it bold. Let's change the color of the text to blue. And again, let's hit the save button. And this could go on its own page. It can go on any about page. It could go on anywhere that you feel is right to put this information. Okay. So here we have at the bottom here, opening times, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5:30, Saturday, 9 till 12:30, Sunday closed. Okay, so that's just a nice little thing that you can add to this particular section here. Okay.